Hey guys, I'm actually remaking this video because I just wanted to share what I personally feel about goals. I'm sitting here laying on my bed because that's where I'm most comfortable. But anyway, not that that really matters. But I wanted to talk to you guys about setting your goals. So for this month, there are probably a lot of big goals that you've set for yourself, and I think that's great. I want you to keep those big goals in mind. But I think it's important that we recognize that big goals take small steps to get there. I'm not sure if you guys watched the video that I shared of a little boy named Kyler who had cerebral palsy, and he went to Disneyland with his family, and he could walk with a walker. Doctors told his parents he would basically never be able to walk. Really at all in his life, and they never thought he would ever be able to walk unassisted. But he decided at Disneyland that he wanted to meet Mickey Mouse because Mickey Mouse was his favorite little character. So they get to Disneyland and he walks across. Well, let's see, his parents told him if he could walk 10 steps, they would go back to Disneyland again and he could meet Mickey Mouse again. So they got, I think, maybe 2 weeks out after this trip to Disneyland, and this sweet little boy stopped everything that he was trying to do, and he worked and worked and worked on New Year's Eve to try and just take 10 steps. Just 10. That was it. And he set his mind to it, and he was determined. He was totally bound and determined to go and meet Mickey Mouse because he loved Mickey Mouse. So he had a goal, he had the steps for how he needed to get there, and then he practiced it over and over and over. And he talks about, in an interview that I watched earlier this week, he talks about how all those times that he fell down, somebody asked him, how do you keep going? How do you keep pushing for your goals? And he says, well, you just get back up. And he's maybe 10 now, I think. So I want you guys to have that kind of tenacity with your goals for yourself. Because if you don't have that kind of determination, then you're not going to see results. You have to be willing to fail, and to fail really big, and to have those, maybe you're going to have a day or a week where you just totally blow it. You blow your meal plan and you completely go off track. Maybe you get sick. But I don't want you guys to let those things get you down. I want you to really focus on being determined that even if there's a setback, that you can still reach that long-term goal. So the next part of the story is that Kyler walked his 10 steps in New Year's Eve. He went from walking 2 steps to walking 10 steps in one evening. And he then told his parents that he wanted to be able to walk across a football field. And I think it was about 6 months later, he practiced and practiced and practiced, and then he was able to walk across this football field all by himself. And he eventually worked up to being able to walk, I think it was 3/4 of a mile. And he is seriously one of the strongest, like mentally strong little kids I have ever like heard the story of or like listened to. And anyway, so I just wanted to share that story with you guys. So goals, setting our goals is really important. I feel like if we don't have written goals, then it's easy for us to just kind of slide off track and just kind of ignore maybe what we're doing that we know we don't really have. Maybe we don't really have we don't really have the goal for it. So if you have it written down and you look at it every day, then it's more likely to help you. So whether it's in life or it's in like working with your fitness goals, I want you guys to really think about writing those goals down. Write them on your bathroom mirror, copy them down onto a piece of paper and tape them on the fridge. If you have visual reminders, then you're going to, thanks Yvette, you're going to recognize those visual reminders, and they're going to keep you going. So I want you guys to think about 4 different types of goals that you're gonna dedicate yourselves to this coming 30 days. So physical goal. This could be a goal for your workouts. It could be as simple as maybe doing your workout every single day of the week. It could be that maybe by the end of your program or by the end of this month, you want to be able to complete one of the exercises that's really difficult for you if you've tried some of them. Once you decide on one physical goal, or maybe two physical goals, it could also be maybe that you want to fit into a new pair of pants comfortably, then I want you to think about the steps that it takes to meet that goal. So meeting that goal, maybe like for instance for me, I want to be able to do one pull-up. My upper body is like really bad. So I'm trying to work on like building up the strength to be able to do a full pull-up. So that means that maybe every day I'm going to practice doing 5 or 10 half pull-ups, using a chair, using a band to pull myself up, something like that. Those are the steps that it's going to take me to get to my goal of doing a full pull-up. Another goal that maybe that I have for myself is to fit into a new pair of pants comfortably. Not actually new, but just like a smaller size. And so for me, my hips are my problem area, I guess. And so that means that I'm going to do an extra exercise every day or every other day to target that area and make sure that I'm toning up that area. That's just one idea. I want you guys also to think about a mental and or a spiritual goal. So this is something that you're going to tell yourself every single day and that you're going to work towards every single day for your mental health or your spiritual health. So for me, I read scriptures. I am LDS and I like to listen to talks and those kinds of things. So I set a goal to maybe listen to a talk or read scriptures for 10 minutes a day. I have a time every day that I have set aside to do this, and that's what makes it possible for me to meet that goal. I also try to listen to personal development or something motivational. If you guys are not listening to something motivational every single time that you wake up in the morning, or just sometime during the day, in the car, when you're getting ready, I would highly suggest you start listening to something like The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. This is something that you can listen to for free off of YouTube, or you can check out Brene Brown on YouTube as well. But I want you guys listening to something, and I want to hear what you're listening to down in the comments below, because listening or reading personal development is going to make or break whether or not you're successful in this next 30 days. So I want you guys to have a mental or spiritual goal. And the last thing is just a personal goal. This could be something related to our challenge. It could also just be something for yourself. For me, I love doing crafts, and I haven't done a craft in a while, so my personal goal is to do one craft this month. Just one. And so I'm going to maybe go to Hobby Lobby, which actually I already did. So I have stuff that I'm going to be working towards to just do a little bit of a craft each month, and I want to be able to complete that by the end of the month. So maybe that means I work on it once a week. Then I can set aside time to do that. So I hope this is helpful, and I want you guys to share your goals. Like I said up above in the description, I want you to share them with the group. And if you really want to feel motivated and to feel like pushed to meet those goals, I would love it if you would share them personally on your Facebook page and then tag your coach. If you tag your coach, that'll allow us to see it, but it will also hold you accountable and let other people know that you're doing something for yourself, and it'll inspire them to hopefully join you, or it will help just keep you like knowing that someone is watching. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Please comment below if you have any questions, and we would love to answer them.